As we get closer to the 2024 Iowa Republican Presidential Caucus, it appears, according to brand new polling, that Donald Trump has surged in the state. What is up, people of the internet? It is me, Real American, back in with a new video, and today it is time that we talk about the 2024 Iowa Republican Presidential Caucus, because everyone, we have brand new polling from what most people can agree is the gold standard out of Iowa and Seltzer. And every dissimp has been quoting this poll for months now, because while it's shown Trump with the lead, it's been a bit more favorable to DeSantis. Well, guess what? In this brand new poll, Trump did not go down in support. In fact, he surged. He has officially surpassed 50% support in the great state of Iowa. He's over 50. You know what that means? Mathematically speaking, Trump's won the Iowa caucus based on this poll. Yeah, he's already won it. Because guess what? If you get 51% of the vote, just an example, no matter what you do, you can get everybody to drop out and endorse you. You get every undecided. You get every other voter. 51 is larger than 49. And Trump's already at 50%. In fact, I think he's at 51. Yeah. He's at 51% according to this poll. But first, before we continue with today's video, I hope you enjoy these type of videos. If you do, smash the like button down below, subscribe, share with your friends, hit that little bell, follow the social media accounts in the description down below, and of course, join the channel today. Guys, just for $1 a month, you could join Real American. This is the best way to support the daily content that we all know and love. So I hope and recommend you join the channel today. Now, before I forget, I gotta be clear about one thing. I am not saying Trump's gonna get 70% of the vote in Iowa. That's not what anybody's saying, at least for now. But what everybody with a brain is saying is, this lead, you can't make it up. You're down by, according to this poll, which has been one of the most favorable to you, you're down by 32 points. You're not making that up, especially with Trump at 51%. Mathematically speaking, if Trump stays at 51, it's Jover, it's over, it's done. And at some point, DeSimp's got to realize, what else could DeSantis do in the next month that could turn this ship around? He's gotten the Bob Vander Plaats endorsement. He got the endorsements of the state legislator. He got the endorsement of Kim Reynolds. Who else do you need an endorsement from? What's going to change in the next month that's going to suddenly turn the ship around? Let's just look at it. Former President Donald Trump has expanded his lead over his GOP rivals with 5 weeks until the first Republican presidential nominating contest, now earning 51% of the first choice support from likely Iowa caucus goers. 51. Mathematically speaking, it's over. He's won the Iowa caucus. It doesn't matter what happens, what delegate shenanigans happen. It's over. He's gotten 51% of the vote. You can't beat that. Mathematically speaking, 51% is larger than 49. Trump's lead, the largest recorded so close to a competitive Republican caucus in the Iowa polls history, is fueled by majorities of evangelical and first-time likely caucus goers, as well as by nearly 3/4 of Republicans who believe Trump can defeat President Biden next year, despite the legal challenges the former president faces. So not only is Trump winning evangelical support, which is huge in Iowa, which DeSantis has banked his entire campaign on, he is winning first-time caucus goers by a lot. That is a double failure for DeSantis, because not only is he winning the traditional long-time Republican votes, Trump, He's winning new Republicans. Where's DeSantis getting his support from then? What's more, the poll finds the former president enjoying more enthusiasm and commitment from his supporters than his rivals do ahead of the January 15th contest in Iowa. I mean, this is just a disaster for DeSantis. The poll shows a sizable portion of caucus goers who remain open to considering both Florida Governor Ron DeSantis and former UN Ambassador Nikki Haley, despite Trump's large lead. Well, guess what? That's only 30% of Trump voters. I believe the poll had, right here. Look at this. Actually, no, where is it? I don't think there's a graph for it, but essentially, Trump has 70% of his voters, I believe it's something like that, that says they're voting for him no matter what. They're Trump or bust. That's only 30%. And guess what? No one else is close. I think only like 20% of DeSantis voters are DeSantis or bust. 30% are Haley or bust. Guess what? You're screwed. That means the overwhelming majority of your voters are considering voting for Trump. And this graph shows it. Look at this. Trump's at 51%. When you combine second choice voters with first choice voters for DeSantis, Trump still beats them just with first choice voters. And guess what? A large chunk of those second choice voters, they are Trump voters. It's over. Get over yourself about this conspiracy that secretly there's possibility that Trump could lose. He's winning Iowa by a record margin. Let me just look at this graph here. We're getting closer to the Iowa caucus. Undecideds are deciding, and guess what? Trump is surging. He went from 43% in October to 51% this month. DeSantis, he went up a little bit. But all he's doing is consolidating what's left of the Never Trump base that's not a big fan of Haley. All he's doing is just some conservatives he's getting on his side. This isn't a surge because his campaigns ran good. All he's doing is just getting what's left of the undecided Never Trumpers. Or the undecided, I like Trump, but I want to see what else we got. Those type of voters. This isn't a surge by DeSantis. This is statistical noise. But what Trump is doing, that's a surge. You went up 8 percentage points just in 2 months. I thought Trump's campaign was giving up on Iowa. Trump gets first choice support from majorities of evangelical Christians. 51% of them backed him. 51%. Self-identified Republicans, 59%. First-time caucus goers, 63%. And white men without a college degree, 66%. You know what this means? Higher turnout in Iowa means a larger victory for Trump. That's what's going to happen. If turnout's much higher than expected, Trump may get 60%. Just reading these numbers, these are voters that they're low propensity voters, but if Trump gets them out to vote. I was kidding earlier, but Trump could theoretically get 60%. I'm not saying he will, but these numbers indicate if turnout's very high, much higher than expected, it's possible. His weakest groups are among likely GOP caucus goers who have college degrees. That group gave him 39% support, independents 36%, and suburban residents 36%. Which, funny enough, it's still larger than what DeSantis and Haley are getting. He still leads them with those groups, albeit by a very small margin. You just start looking at this, and what is there for DeSantis now? He is stabilizing at second, so he's probably going to take second place in Iowa based off this poll. But it's like, what else do you got? Who else can you get to endorse DeSantis that would turn the race around? Because You banked on the evangelicals. Trump is still winning them, a majority of them. You banked on the governor. That didn't move the needle at all. In fact, it backfired. You just start looking at this and I don't get it. And here's this is among the, if their mind is made up. 70% are saying for Trump supporters, they are voting for Trump no matter what. 70%. Those voters are saying, no, we're voting for Trump no matter what. While 30% could still be persuaded, all right? Let's just say 30% gets persuaded, of Trump voters. That's not a lot. I mean, considering the fact that 30% of DeSantis supporters are DeSantis or bust, there's 70% that could be persuaded, and that's the problem. You lose a couple Trump supporters here and there, you could possibly gain a lot more DeSantis supporters. It just, you look more and more at this, and this poll is a disaster for DeSantis, a disaster for Haley, and a big win for Trump. Hell, more and more voters are starting to realize Trump can win. Trump can absolutely win next year. Look at this. Trump can win an election against Biden regardless of his legal challenges. He went from 65% of caucus goers to 73%, an 8-point swing. It's over. At this point in time, your electability argument is down the toilet. Because that must mean a majority of Haley and DeSantis supporters are saying Trump could still win. So your electability argument's down the toilet. That just means a lot of these undecideds that are worried about electability, they may just go to vote for Trump. That's what I'm saying, folks. These people that are on Twitter saying, oh, there's a pathway for DeSantis or Haley. No, there isn't. Trump has, in my opinion, solidified enough support to win Iowa by a wide margin. Again, we're still a month away, but what else could change? What else can change in the next month that would secretly change the dynamics of the race this much? What? Who else would endorse DeSantis that would change the needle at all? Move it at all? No one. Anyways, folks, thank you so much for watching. If you did enjoy this video, smash the like button down below, subscribe, share with your friends, hit that little bell, follow the social media accounts in the description down below, and of course, join the channel today. Thank you so much. Godspeed to all of you.